Something called as Panchakosha. Okay. We have an Upanishad called as Taittiriya Upanishad. So just listen to this. In Taittiriya Upanishad, they explain what is called as the Panchakosha model. What does this mean? Pancha means 5, Kosha means sheath or layer. Taittiriya Upanishad says an individual once born as a human lives in 5 different layers. Or in other words, we have 5 different levels of existence. This is what we call as Panchakosha. The first one is the Annamaya Kosha, what we call as bodily existence. Physical body. You guys have physical body, I have physical body. So I say, I live in the physical level. Annamaya Kosha. Second one is Pranamaya Kosha. Existence with respect to the vital energy, what we call as prana, which you actually experience when you practice pranayama, not breathing exercise, when you actually practice pranayama. When you practice pranayama and when you practice the way it has to be practiced, we say, okay, you no longer live at the physical level, you live at the pranic level. You understanding what I'm trying to say? You say, okay, you are no longer bound to the limitations of the body. For example, athletes, they push their body to the extremes. After a particular stage, nothing is difficult for them. Even you are practicing, first day you are doing the hand balancing, you keep on repeating the hand balancing for 100 days. You'll be very easily able to come up and do the perfect handstand without any problem, without finding it difficult at all. Why? You've crossed the realm of physical limitation. Now you know. It doesn't matter how heavy I am with respect to my physical body, if I can tune and tame my vital energy, what we call as prana, I can reach a state of weightlessness. So the heaviness that you feel now at the physical level, at your physical body, is because the prana, the vital energy, is very, very gross. Sthula prana, very, very gross energy. But when the energy becomes subtle, that is when it doesn't matter even if you're 100 kgs, you feel very, very light. I'm 62 or 63 or something. But yet, when I practice the handstand and all, as if it doesn't matter at all, I still can't believe that my palms are able to bear 60 kilos. Then you can ask, how is it possible? The weight there, especially the weight that we have when we measure ourselves on the weighing scale, it's the physical weight. I want to know your pranic weight. You understand what I'm trying to say? So what is happening is, majority of the people are trying to bring down the physical weight. That can't be done, okay, that can be done to a certain extent by following restrictions with respect to food habits and a lot of other disciplinary practices. But pranic weight, if you bring down here, that is when you'll actually feel very light. You may be 80, 90 kilos. You do a lot of practices, you bring down the weight to 60 kilos. But yet you feel the heaviness. Why? There is a lot of blockages here. And the prana, the vital energy that is there in you, is very, very gross. When the pranic layer of existence, what we call as the vital energy, the prana, when that is very subtle, we say, okay, now you are in the second layer of existence, what we call as Pranamaya Kosha. Kosha means a sheath, a layer. First is the bodily existence, second is the pranic existence. Third one, Manomaya Kosha. Manas means mind. You have physical existence, you have pranic existence, then you have the mental existence. You live here. There, you would have met some people. It doesn't matter how unfit they are. It doesn't matter how their appearance is. It doesn't matter what other people think. They're very happy. Why? Here they know who they are. It really doesn't matter at all to them. At all. Why? Because here there is absolute clarity at the level of the mind who they are. They really don't care. At all. They just don't care. Because they know the limitations of the body. They know the limitations of the prana also. They say, nah, I'm done. I don't want to break my head doing the practices which are physical. I don't want to do practices which are at the pranic level. They say, I'm happy with the state of mind that I am in. Like there are some people whom I know. For them, they don't feel like doing any asana practice, any pranayama practice at all. They just don't feel. That doesn't mean that there's something wrong. They're very happy here. Harsha, we don't feel like doing it all. It's very good. When you say that you're practicing yoga, it's not necessary that you sit and practice asana and pranayama alone. No. It's not needed. There are greatest of the greatest yogis who have not practiced any of these things, and yet they are called as the greatest sages ever. Why? They are happy here. What is happening with respect to a lot of others? Physically when they practice, mentally they'll feel happy. It's all one and the same. They directly do that, you take a U-turn ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನೀವು ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರ, ಅವರು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Manomaya Kosha, existence with respect to the mind. Then the fourth one, Vijnanamaya Kosha, intellectual existence. It doesn't matter for you how the body is. Doesn't matter how your energy levels are. It doesn't matter at all how your mind functions. Why? Because your intellect is very, very clear. You have a very, very sharp, discriminative intellect. Or in other words, you know how to differentiate between what is right and what is wrong. The best example for this are scientists. Why? The food they consume is the knowledge. Researchers, the one people who do research, scientists. You have to see their eating habits. You have to see how they live. You have to see how they smell. For them, doesn't matter at all. It doesn't even matter for them. They may start feeling pain, they ignore the pain. They cut off the mind. Is something wrong with them? No. Have they gone beyond me? Yes. They live in the intellectual level. And there are some who are beyond this. Best example, kids below the age of 4 or 5. They are always happy. Always. Or even 2-year-old or 3-year-old kid. They don't need a reason to be happy. By nature they are happy. They are happy all the time. Like all the time. Anandamaya Kosha. A layer of existence where you are always happy. Imagine or think how happy you were when you were a kid. Why is it that happiness is not there in you right now? Huh? What happened? Why is it that you are not as happy as a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old every single day? Where did the child in you disappear? So you say you become an adult? Yeah, we all grow. But why did you stop nurturing that child? Since you stopped nurturing the child, that's why you are become sad on the inside. Anandamaya Kosha is a state of absolute bliss or happiness. So the youngsters, the kids, were in this state even without knowing that they were in that state. Right? But now, you have to reach there by knowing. It's very easy to do something when you don't know. Right? But once you get to know, then you start doing, then that's when it becomes difficult. Why? You start to fight for it in order to reach it or in order to get it. Uppkotira? The more you fight to get whatever you want, the more farther away it goes. Just do. Everything will flow. Everything will come to you. I think you would have seen this. People who run after happiness and pleasure, the more they run after it, the more it goes away from them. There are few individuals, they absolutely never break their head for anything. Everything comes to them. Why? That's how it is. The more you fight, the probability of you getting it or you reaching there diminishes by time. Do what needs to be done. Forget about the rest. So these are the 5 layers of existence. Bodily existence, pranic existence, existence with respect to the mind, existence at the level of intellect, and happiness. This is what we call as Panchakosha. Comes in Taittiriya Upanishad. If you ever get a chance to read the Taittiriya Upanishad, you can go through this.